So my question is on the first three steps of meditation. You said take a comfortable posture, clasp your hands and close your eyes. So I would like to know the why part of it, because many other meditation techniques, they say that we need to sit straight, cross-legged, or we need to use Shin Mudra. And we need, in some other meditations, they say open eye meditation or gazing at point meditation. But in breath meditation, we use these simple three techniques. So I would like to really know the science, if there is any science behind things.
Yeah, that's a pretty good and a long question. So the goal of meditation is end of the day to know about ourselves. Okay, to learn about ourselves. When I say ourselves, it is about the body, it is about the mind, it is about emotions, it is about any other things that we may have, not limited to, but everything about ourselves. I want to know about my eye, nose, any body and emotions, what sort of thoughts, what sort of, my country, where I come from, all these things, aspects around me, getting more understanding about this. That's the goal. So in this goal, there are many meditations aimed at specific layers of it. Okay, when I say specific layers of it, they say Hatha Yoga. Okay, so in the technique of Hatha Yoga, we learn more about the body. Okay, so this layer, this particular aspect of meditation is focused on the body layer. We understand every nook and corner of our body. We stabilize it, we operate it. Okay. So in this process, all these meditation techniques evolved where they are specifically aimed at layers of the self, is one. And two is different spiritual scientists have found their way to cut the thoughts. Basically, to know about ourselves, we have to cut the mind. How to cut the mind? Some people said, watch the light. Some people said, the body should be in so-and-so circuit, so the thoughts may come down and then we can retain the energy. So there are different postures, different techniques, different things that have evolved over the ages, all towards cutting the thoughts and knowing about ourselves. Okay. So in this process, even though all techniques have worked to some extent, not every scientist, let's say, for example, the first scientists have invented normal light bulb, okay, the red one with the filaments in it. That worked, that lighted, but is that efficient enough for a huge room? No. Then they invented tube light, then they invented floodlight, or different types of lights. Everything gives the light. But what is the most effective way to bring this light? What is the most effective way to get into it, get into ourselves, which can tackle all layers, not just like Hatha Yoga, which can handle one layer of it? What can take us through each of these layers so naturally and then so effectively and for the common man is this path which Buddha has invented. If you see, Buddha was a very common man who has seen every aspect of physical life, where he has been a king, he has been all comforts. At the same time, he has come out and then tried every other guru as well, every other technique as well, explored as if he hasn't got any push as such, you go and meditate. He got a push that why suffering? He started there. Okay, so he hasn't went out to take some sannyas. He has no goal of taking sannyas. All he wanted to do was suffering. So he explored like a common man, like all of us. We have our territories. We are king in our lives. We need to wear nice dresses. We need to work. We need to earn money. We want buildings. We want all these material things. From here, we start our journey just like Buddha started his journey from his palace. So that's why this technique that Buddha has given is applicable and is easy, compatible to every common man who don't want to run into forests. Because it takes us into our journey so naturally than any other technique or posture that we have. Yes, all circuits may work at their different levels. It is like, charging our phone or charging something. If you want to fast charge it, if you don't use the right socket in your phone may blast, because this doesn't have the capability to hold that much of energy right away. Okay? Because we are all doing our daily things, daily aspects and everything. So that's why some postures and some techniques may not be suitable for us. But this is the most effective technique which covers all layers in first place, and two, which takes us into this journey so naturally. Okay? Number three, it is easy and accessible to every common man. Okay? And now, coming back to the postures, that the 3 steps that you have mentioned, right? It is a very scientific technique where we have to cut the mind. To cut the mind, we have to close the body, because 90% of the thought starts from the body. We have to shut everything in the body. So that's the first step. Shut everything in the body, half of the mind is gone. And then he is one of the greatest scientists who identified the link between breath, and after Shiva, only Buddha identified. Between Shiva and Buddha, so much is lost. Okay? If you read Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Shiva has talked only about breath. But between Shiva and Buddha, a lot of things have been lost. Again, Buddha has reinvented the link between breath and the mind, which is a key thing. So many other dances, so many other postures and things came to bring down the mind, but they were not as effective as what Buddha has invented. So this link has given a secret code to get into the mind and then smash it right away. That is holding the breath and being with it. So what I say is, to summarize, yes, all techniques are good, all techniques works, but not as efficiently and effectively as Buddha said with the posture or this secret code. I would say that, breath has the link to the mind. No other guru has actually explained as easily as Shiva and Buddha. Okay? It's a large question. I tried to summarize many points in 2-3 minutes in the best interest of time and space.